All right, everyone, so we are down here in the basement. It's about 650 square feet. Not too big, but not too small. When it's all done, it'll be the size of Montreal. Oh my God. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are in Milton working for new clients of mine, Taneja and Lakshman. We are doing a finished basement project with a in-law suite. This in-law suite will feature a bedroom, a living area, a 3-piece bathroom, as well as a custom wet bar and workout area. I'm super excited to get started because this basement is a walkout. It'll be super convenient to get all our material and tools down to the basement without having to go through the house. I've got all my architectural drawings and permits already. Most of my material is already on site. So before we get started, let's go down and have a look. All right, everyone, so we are down here in our basement. It is about 650 square feet. It's not that big of a basement, but it's not that small either. It'll be nice and cozy once it's all done. So just to go over a couple of things here, I've got all the material here already, all my subfloor, all my studs, all my drywall. With the supply chain issues that are still going on and price fluctuation, I had the material delivered about a month ago. The homeowner cleared out the basement for me. I had all the material delivered. Shout out to the boys from Toolbox, their white glove service. They delivered and hand bombed all the material into the basement for me ahead of time, just so we didn't have to deal with product availability and price fluctuation, trying to save the customer some money here. But in the meantime, we are doing a in-law suite. So just behind me here is going to be the bedroom with a closet that's going right here under the steel beam. Moving down over here, just over here above my right shoulder, this will be the 3-piece bathroom with custom shower. The mechanical room here over my right shoulder, that'll get closed off with an access door. But between the bedroom and the mechanical room, this will be a little gym area for the homeowner to set up a little weight bench and what have you. In this area was already the existing laundry room. We relocated it already to the back of the basement here in the low headroom. It's going to remain unfinished. The customer is okay with that. That's what they wanted. But I already had the boys from Done Right Plumbing come in and relocate all the plumbing. I had Vinny come in and relocate all the electrical for the laundry room. We moved the appliances already yesterday. So now our basement area is all cleared, ready to go, because we got the machines out of the way. First things first, we're going to start with removing all the batting insulation here, because we're going to do spray foam R22 for the most part. This R20 here on this exterior wall is going to stay because we don't need to frame this wall. But everywhere else where the R20 batting is, we're going to remove all that just so it's easier to frame. And then we're going to do spray foam. Same thing with over here. All this batting here below the white insulation. The white insulation is going to stay. All this batting is going to get removed and get filled in with R22 spray foam. So if we look over here, we've got all our architectural drawings and we have our permit. Our drawings have already been approved by the town of Milton. You can see here where our bedroom is indicated. There's going to be a closet here next to the sump pump, which the access will be in the new exercise room where the existing laundry room used to be. Here's our unfinished utility room, and then the open space here will be our new recreation room with our 3-piece bathroom, and this is showing where our new laundry has been relocated on the other side of the stairs in the low headroom. And then we have our permit here, which when we are done with most of these underground plumbing, above ground plumbing, heating, framing, insulation, air barrier, we're going to call for our first inspections for those, and then when we're all done, we'll call for our final plumbing, final heating, and final building as well. Now, people ask me all the time, I'm finishing my basement, do I need permits? Why do I need permits? At the end of the day, the permits protect you, the homeowner. When you apply for permits for your basement, the work done by the contractor that you hired has to be inspected by a third party. In this case, it's the town of Milton or the ESA, Electrical Safety Authority. And that lets you know that once the work has been passed, that lets you know that the contractor you hired is doing their job correctly. Everything is to code, everything's being done properly, there's no corners being cut, there's no steps being skipped, everything is inspected. If there's any deficiencies, the town or the ESA will let the contractor know. They have to go back, fix those deficiencies, call back for another reinspection, and hopefully it gets passed after that. Now, I've done tons of basements. I never have deficiencies. Each municipality has different little things where they vary from one municipality to the other. But when you know most of the building code, the OBC, Ontario Building Code, it's pretty straightforward. Once you start getting into income suites and stuff like that, then yes, you need to know all your fire separation and whatnot. In this case, it's just an in-law suite. We just got to make sure that there's egress, and which there is. There's a huge window in the basement, and also it's a walkout basement. The walkout is right next to the bedroom. We have to make sure that the bedroom has a CO2 and smoke detector with a strobe light. See, a lot of people don't know that. New bedrooms construction now have to have a smoke and strobe. The strobe light is for people who are hard of hearing. So if the alarm does go off at night, whether it's smoke or carbon monoxide, and you are hard of hearing, you can't hear it, the strobe light will go off and let you know that there's either fire or carbon monoxide and to get out immediately. But Vinny will wire all that in for me. In the meantime, I'm going to start going ahead and removing all the batting insulation, so that way we can start getting all our Delta underlayment and subfloor laid, so that way we can start framing, because next week we got to get the plumbing roughing done, the electrical's got to get passed, and then we got to get the spray foam done, so that way we can get all our other inspections completed, so that way we can start drywall. But that's all not for a few days, almost over a week. But let's start with the vapor barrier and insulation. Let's start getting that removed, and then we'll talk about the underlayment and subfloor. So let's get to work. Okay, so I've only just removed my first piece of insulation, and already it absolutely reeks. The musty smell is absolutely horrendous coming from behind the insulation. So a lot of people ask me why I don't leave the batting insulation. It's already R20, it's good enough R value. Yes, this is true. However, a couple of reasons why I remove it. One, the batting is so thick that I want to get my stud wall nice and tight to the exterior wall as much as possible, and the batting insulation doesn't allow you to do that. Obviously our stud wall, we want at least about an inch and a half from the concrete, but with the batting insulation we're talking over 2 inches, 3 inches. That's how thick this stuff is. That's number one. Number two, the concrete is porous. It needs air movement to dissipate moisture, allow the concrete to breathe. When you have this vapor barrier so tightly wrapped up against the concrete, it doesn't allow for air movement to dissipate any moisture in the concrete. That's the last thing you want with finished walls. You don't know if you have a potential leak. You know you're gonna start smelling musty smell. You don't want that in a finished basement. That's why we remove it. We're gonna get it all framed up. We're gonna spray it with spray foam, and you're gonna be good to go. It's gonna be all waterproofed. It's a much better solution than leaving this insulation wrap. This is good for an unfinished basement, but if you're gonna finish the basement, you're gonna want this stuff gone. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay, so perfect example of what I'm talking about. I just removed this piece here, and you can see the moisture on the plastic. Okay, so there's no air movement to dissipate this moisture, this condensation. Okay, we live in Canada, and we're gonna get moisture penetration from the ground through the concrete. That's why by removing all this, it's gonna allow the concrete to breathe, and no moisture buildup is gonna happen. Alright everyone, so we got some of the insulation wrap off one of the exterior walls. It's kind of tight in here, so I'm going to do things in sections because I don't want to move all the lumber and all the drywall a million times. So now that I got the insulation wrap off one wall, I'm going to start with the Delta FL underlayment and some of the plywood subfloor. So people ask me, why do I use the Delta FL versus the dry core or barricade 2x2 subfloor panels? Those are great for DIY. I really don't like them for a couple of reasons. One, they're overpriced. You have the 2x2 plywood panel with the underlayment already attached to it. It's already done for you, which is great, but I find that per square foot, it's just way too much. The Delta FL is great. It's waterproof. It covers 105 square feet. You use the vapor barrier tape to tape the seam, and then you lay your full 4x8 sheets of OSB ply, 5/8 tongue and groove, which covers 32 square feet. No basement concrete floor is finished perfect, so when you lay those 2x2 panels, they will conform to all the imperfections in the floor. When you lay the full 4x8 sheets of OSB, they're going to cover a greater surface area, and those imperfections in the concrete aren't going to transfer through to your finished floor as much as if you use the 2x2 dry core or barricade panels. But I love using the Delta FL. By the time you use this and the plywood subfloor, or sorry, OSB subfloor, you'll get an R value of about R5, R6. It's got some cushion under the feet. It's not going to feel as cold, and won't feel like you're walking on hard concrete. But at least the Delta FL here, it'll protect you from mold, mildew, and moisture. If you ever have a foundation leak, or if your hot water tank lets go, it's going to flow through these channels and find its way to the drain, It's going to allow air movement to dissipate any moisture, so your floors will always be dry. Anyways, enough talk. Let's start rolling this out so we can get some sheets of plywood down, so that way we can start moving our lumber and drywall to a different location of the basement. Let's go. done. So we got all the builder's insulation wrap removed. We got all the Delta FL waterproof underlayment down. We got all the OSB ply installed for the subfloor, which basically means this basement is ready for framing. But before we get started with framing, I want to introduce everyone to my new co-op student from St. Francis Xavier. This is Lyndon. Lyndon, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Are you eager to get started?
Yeah.
All right. Lyndon is with me for the semester. He's going to learn a lot, especially on this basement project. He's going to learn how to do framing, hang drywall. He's going to job shadow my electrician, my plumber. He's going to learn how to install flooring, trim and doors. Got a lot of work to do. He's going to learn a lot. You know how to read a measuring tape?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Enough talk.
Let's get working.
All right. Let's get to work. Anyway. Alright everyone, so after only a few short days, we got all the Delta FL waterproofing laid, we installed all the OSB subfloor, and we got about 90% of all the framing done. We framed out the bedroom, the bathroom, as well as closed off the mechanical room and framed out the workout area. We got a few things left to do, like a few bulkheads as well as blocking for drywall. And then we are basically ready for electrical, the plumbing roughing for the bathroom, and spray foam. But that's all going to be in the next video because this video has come to an end. So you're going to have to stick around for that. In the meantime, if you like this video, please do me a favor. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It would really help out the channel. I want to thank the boys from Toolbox for delivering all the material for me. In the meantime, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I want to thank all my clients and followers for all the love and support. Stay healthy, be safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao. The strobe light looks like a... I hate this part. I hate doing the talking. Go outside. No, I can't do it. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. I don't even want to see you in the reflection of the door. Go outside. Go. Move. Come on, Chico. Are you sure?
Yeah?
All right, go.
This part's coming out.
Yes. Yes.
Doesn't really matter.
Go. Use some force. Use some force. It's okay. You're not going to break nothing. Don't be so gentle.
What do you want me to knock out this?
Don't worry about that. See, when you're all done, you can show this to your father. Look at me.
Show what?
Huh?
Show what? The YouTube video?
Yeah. Look at me. Look what I did. I'm not such a slacker after all.
I'm not. I helped with the cabana doing this.
What?
I did a cabana like this.
Yeah. Cabana.
I was on top of the roof though.
Okay. Hurry up.
Oh.
Easy. Don't laugh. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. All right. You're making me laugh. Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, we're going to get started with framing, so enough talk.
Let's get to it.
That's it. Well, I was supposed to say let's get to work. But
Let's get to it. It's better. It's
okay,
better.
no, we got to come here. No.
Oh, we gotta redo it?
Gotta redo it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
Let's get to work. That's my catchphrase.
Alright.
Okay? Alright.